Welcome to the Veronica Edwards Show, where we have fun, financial conversations that everyone listening can apply to their personal and professional life. I'm your host, Veronica Edwards, CPA, and today we are back, season 6, completely independent. I'm so proud that Balance Virtually LLC, my accounting and consulting business, is the proud sponsor of the Veronica Edwards Show. That's what I was trying to get out. And as always, at the top of the show, I want to thank the V team because we are growing to almost 12,000 views. We have 60 subscribers. And this season, we want to reach 100 YouTube subscribers and double the viewership. So for all those that want to support the show, either as a sponsor, a guest, or a loyal listener, we would love for you to like and subscribe to the page and head over to balancevirtually.com or veronicaedwards.buzzsprout.com for all the other prior shows, seasons 1 through 5. Well, today I'm so excited because we have one of my most hilarious friends, friend to the show, Diana Casteel, the amazing baker and businesswoman behind Pies by Di. If you have had one of her pies or cakes, you know exactly why folks can't stop talking about her. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome back Miss Diana Casteel. How are you?
I am good, and thank you very much for having me back. I appreciate it.
Yes, Diana's being very demure right now. We've been cutting up for the last 30 minutes trying to set up the behind the scenes and get everything. So I appreciate you, Diana, for your patience. Tell us, I was just looking while we were doing our thing for the last 30 minutes. You were last on the show September 18th, which we're actually recording the week of the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Helene. Today is
Correct.
September 23rd. This is going to air in October. I would love for you to tell us what has happened in the last year for you, just personally, and
Woo,
then we'll dig
child.
into Pies by Di, honey. Yes.
Well, we built out an entire storefront because I ain't got good sense, and I volunteered my husband that's what we was doing. So here we are. So it's been busy. It's been a busy year for sure.
And what about any issues? Did you have any damage to your house after the storm?
Yes, we actually had a tree come down on our previous location where the shop was at. So that's actually what got us into looking at if it was going to be worth doing the repairs or moving someplace else. So it was when we found this place, but the whole thing had to be built out. So that's
Oh,
where we were at.
man.
You know, we had damage to the house, we had damage to the shop. Um our shed was completely destroyed, so it was a lot. It was a lot. So, but we were
Because
more
you
blessed than
you
a
were
lot of
cooking
people.
on the same property where you live.
Yeah, yes. Same property, different building. So we had actually built out a commercial kitchen from what excuse me used to be my insurance office. And so yeah, it had all the things that the health department required for us to be a commercial kitchen. So that's what we did.
Wow. And for those that have not listened to the prior 2 episodes, just high level, Diana, just tell us a little bit about you and how many jobs you have had, my friend, because you've done
Listen, I'm
everything.
gonna tell you what, my child tells me all the time that I'm a black gypsy because I have got 11 jobs.
You do.
I
You do.
am a licensed insurance agent. I have been for 11 years. I am licensed in over 26 states, I think, right now. I've got over 2,000 clients. I am also a very part time, don't be calling me because I'm not doing it, travel agent. I
She's my
do
travel agent. She's my travel agent.
we do a lot of financial literacy courses and that sort of thing. So yeah, we actually sunsetted the construction company because it was too much. It was too much trying to do all of that. So something had to come off the table, and the construction company came off the table. So
Well, I know that you've been extremely busy with Pies by Di. Diana's being very modest. She has over 7,000 followers on TikTok. She's this huge sensation. Um, Fox Weather is coming to you to highlight all the amazing things that you did after the storm, feeding people that were in need when you were out of power, out of water, all the things that we've all went through. So I'm just so proud of you. So can you tell us just a little bit about this whole TikTok viral thing? Because again, our friend Diana is not technology savvy, hence why it took us 30 minutes to get started. However, you are that girl on TikTok.
Listen, that's because people show up for the crazy. I don't have to like I have dropped my phone on lives. People been looking at the ceiling and like, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
I have the camera backwards when I'm trying to show them bacon. But it's this is me, I am she, we are thee. And it is what it is. And so people show up and I think it's a combination of they love to see like the chaos that is my world,
Yes.
but then it
Yes.
produces some great stuff. And I don't, especially when I was first going live, I'm not using recipes, and so we've had stuff blow up in the oven. I mean, like it's been nonsense. And then I think what they really really show up for, let somebody show up in my comments talking crazy,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you will get read book and chapter and verse with a smile on my face and skipping my steps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you got some followers now, and you've done so many amazing things even in the midst of the storm, literally, and then all the DIY stuff. So I know you got some stories when it comes to building out your shop. So we always love to talk about different tips and things. This is a show, a lot of entrepreneurs listen to the show, people that might have a hobby that they want to change into a business. What are some lessons that you learned doing it yourself, DIYing your shop?
One of the biggest things I cannot stress enough is making friends before you need them, because a lot of what we were able to get done was because of the relationships that we already had in place. I mean, you're a perfect
Mm,
example. This relationship that we have, and now you helping me with this business. Like this wouldn't we wouldn't be us if I had just come to you, Joe Schmo,
right.
after the hurricane. And that's the thing, is that when you have those relationships, there are some businesses that and other restaurants that have lost everything that have shown up here. Hey, I've got some equipment that we have in storage. I'll sell it to you for, 400 or 500 bucks. And it's like several thousand
Yeah.
dollars worth of equipment. And that's the kind of thing, is that when you aren't always going to somebody with your hand out when you need something, then people are much more willing to come to you when when it's a give and take. So that's the biggest thing, is that relationship building is absolutely key. We found out 2 weeks before we were supposed to be opening that we had to put in a hood vent. Now,
That don't sound cheap.
it ain't. It ain't. The hood itself is not cheap, and then you gotta have a custom vent put on the roof that that they call it a curve. That whole thing is not cheap, and then the installation of it. The cheapest quote we got was close to $30,000.
Excuse me, ma'am. But okay.
Now
2 weeks.
know
Two
me,
weeks before you're gonna open.
right? And we fast forward, we had a guy that came in from Tennessee that actually put the thing on the roof and did all of the hookup and stuff. But getting the hood vent in, we found one, and a friend of my husband's, they actually cut the hole in the ceiling and recessed it, built the steel frames and it, because that, I mean, even though he was doing the work, that's not something he can do himself. It's just not. And
Right.
so because of that relationship, we were able to get it done. And we literally, like, when the inspectors came in, they couldn't believe that it was in and it passed the first time. I mean, but that's what I'm saying, is that that was a $30,000 bill that we would not have opened had we had to pay
Mm,
it ourselves. And instead, we were able to get it done and open, because my goal, I kept saying we had to be open by Mother's Day, because we're a bakery. If you're not open Mother's Day, you might as well just, wait for the next quarter. And we got our certificate of occupancy on a Thursday. We open that Friday, the week of Mother's Day.
Wow. And Diana, when did you guys officially start construction?
January.
So you were able in 4.5 months after the storm in the winter, and it was a winter.
Yes.
And I'm sure in between all that, I think there was a couple of hospital trips, COVID. I mean,
Yes,
health
yes,
stuff,
yeah.
life
We
was
had all the
lifing.
things going on in between. Yes, yes. And we still got open. Yes, we still, I mean, and we had to build this place because, like, we had to put in floors, put up walls, on like everything because it's well, actually, there was no floor. There was subfloor. So Michael had to build that up, like the whole thing.
Look, shout out to your husband, Michael, man. That
Listen, I
dude,
will tell you what, he is my dude.
come
Like,
on. Round of
I
applause
tell
for
people all the time, I would not have a shop if it were not for Michael because, like, he put up the subway tiles in little squares, square by square. Yeah, like he did all the things. He
Michael's
did
a
all.
delivery guy. I order stuff. He's driving. He constructs. We had a catering event. I said, is that Michael again? Man, give that man a raise. Shout out to
He
Mike.
he gets paid in tribute. He gets paid in food. He comes down. He comes down every morning and helps to stock the cases and make coffee. Like he's here. He's here every day, like I am.
Oh,
He's
I
here
love it. It's a
every day,
family
like I am.
business. It's a
Yeah,
family business. So let's
yeah.
talk about pies by die. Because initially, as your accountant, I'm like, well, you don't want to limit yourself just to pies. And you're like, it's a catchy name. Relax. So tell us all of the
Calm down.
things.
Everybody is the same thing. I tell people it alliterates well. Like, calm down. So no, no, we are a full service bakery, and I'm actually glad you brought that up because even though it's pies by die, we sell one of our best selling products is our donuts
Mm,
because yeah, I mean, and because we don't make a glazed donut. We do like banana pudding donuts and
mm.
coconut cream donuts and key lime pie
Slap
donuts
your
and
mama donuts. Your stuff be
exactly. All the things. We've got apple cider donuts with fresh apple pieces in it and pumpkin spice donuts. I mean, like, that's what we
mm.
doing. And so people come in and are like, oh, and it's a jumbo, it's a 4-inch donut. So people are like, well, what is that? Is that a like a muffin top? I'm like, oh no, baby, that's a donut. Because like we in that big back energy over here. So
Come
it's
on, big bag.
listen. So like that's what we doing. So
So,
but yes.
Diana, what is some of the like the price ranges? Like, if we want to get muffins, we want to get a donut, you can get a slice of cake
You
or
can we do
pie. But
all of our pies by the slice, half, or whole. We've got donuts, muffins, scones. We do a lot of custom cakes because we'll do a fully custom cake. We have cheesecake squares, we have banana pudding, peach cobbler, and we've got cookies. So anywhere from like $3 to on our biscuit day, $8. But that's
reasonable.
yeah. Yeah.
Reasonable. And I've experienced, a catering event that you did for me for one of my good girlfriends for her baby shower. Amazing. Because again, I'm just thinking baked goods, and you came out with some chicken and, just a and the presentation of all of it. So, Diane, have you always been into events and baking? Because you listed all these things that you did. Did you ever think where you're at your age, in your life, in your career, that this is gonna probably be my retirement thing is I'm a baker?
So I've done with all of the jobs that I have, like when I worked for the Gap Corporation and I was a customer service manager, I still did a lot of the event planning. So where we'd have like, emergency responders appreciation and we had a fire truck out front and kids getting face painted and like it this has always been something that I was passionate about doing events. And then I was always, coordinating the food together for, all of the things. So, and I've always loved to cook. It's something I've always been passionate about. So this kind of transition doesn't really surprise me. The only thing surprises me is it took me this long to get here.
Right. Right.
So
And what do you think took what pushed you there? Because on the show, we talk a lot of times it's other people or they're continually telling you, "Oh, can you make this for me?" And you're like, "Well, this isn't my business." They're like, "I don't care. We just want you to do it. We like what you do." How did you really know, like, okay, now it's time for us to transition from construction and insurance and really make this the focal point?
honestly, it was my therapist because
Ooh, shout out to
yes.
your therapist.
Yes, because we were having a conversation, and as you've mentioned, I'm always doing something. I'm always doing 50, 11 things. And she was like, "But what do you do for you?" And I was like, "Well, we right." And I was like, "Well, she's like everything I named off." She's like, "But that's not something you're doing because you truly enjoy it." And so that's when I
Right.
really got back into baking and just baking for friends and giving stuff away. And then I made a bunch of sweet potato pies because everybody loves my sweet potato pies. It's a family recipe, don't ask. And I had made them. My friends had COVID, and so I did a post on Nextdoor, and 67 pies later, we had a business.
Was that the
Yeah.
end of 2023?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
so
how the business got
2
started.
years
Yeah.
later, and I have to shout you out that this afternoon, Fox Weather is coming to you to highlight you and your great deeds after Hurricane Helene. Can we talk about that for a little bit? And then, of course, I wanna ask you about all the fall specials and things that you have going on before we go, because this will air in October. So
Okay.
tell us about Fox Weather reaching out to you. Not to be
It-
confused
ye-
with Fox News, honey, Fox Weather.
yes. Listen, I was kind of floored. I'm not gonna lie. They had seen an article or something about the fact that we were giving away food and donation and stuff after the hurricane. And I mean it's neighbors helping neighbors. I mean it's what
Sure.
we were all doing. And I didn't see I didn't think it was a big it's nearly as big deal as everybody else seems to think it was. It's paying it forward. But they were like, they're doing a piece a year later, and they wanted to, talk to me about where we're at now, and what happened with our business. And so yeah, it's very humbling, because I'm like, have y'all looked at any of my other content? Like, you know what you signing up for? Like, you really want to talk to, like, you want to put me on live TV?
Right.
Um,
Yes, you're good
but
TV.
yeah, but it is absolutely it's wild to me that like when we ended up on the newspaper cover at the front page of the newspaper, I was like, listen, my therapist has been telling me for years. She's like, if she well in our session, she'd be like, okay, I don't want to see you on the news, and I'm not testifying in court.
This is for a good reason.
Right. And so it's just like it's so crazy to me that I am just putting out there what we have had. We've been blessed to have people in our life that have been there for us. And so I'm trying to, do the same thing. And with that, just all these amazing blessings that we're getting. So it is really surreal. So
Yes. Well, you're the epitome of what small business is because you're giving back to the community is giving back to you. You're doing something you're passionate about. And even though, most people from the outside looking in would be like, well, why haven't you done this for years? Well, because life happens. Insurance is a good business. I met you kind of through that insurance lane, the travel
right.
agent lane. So then when the pies by die came, I'm like, you could cook too? And,
Yeah.
sometimes I think we do have to just pause sometimes to kind of
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
where is what really is our passion because we do
Yeah.
so much sometimes it's easy to kind of forget that I am kind of good at this. Let
Yeah.
me put all my energy into this. I'm very proud of you. I know it's very
Thank
hard
you.
for you to slow down.
Well,
Me and her
for
beautiful
me, I
daughter, Anna Rose, had to hold Diana down, says, look now, you can't
yeah.
be doing all these things and you have a
Yeah.
shop or you're gonna die.
Yeah, and the other thing is that, I keep reminding myself for that, things happen for a reason and a season. When I got started in insurance, it was because of my husband's health. So I jumped, headfirst into that.
Sure.
And that's, with blinders on because it serve the purpose, fill the need. It's like so I was very passionate about it. That is something Anna tells me all the time. She's like, anything you do, you are doing it 100%. And I still do the insurance, but this is I love and I'm gonna share this, and I don't know if this is gonna make the air,
Oh,
but I
yes, it
had a
will.
lady that came in and this past week, as a matter of fact, her and her friends were just in the area and they were out doing a girls' day, having lunch. They saw the sign, pulled in, and then they, got some donuts and stuff. But the one lady, she kept commenting that because we have a coconut cream pie. And she was like, "Oh my goodness, look at the height of that. And that looks just like what it looks like, how my grandmother made it, all these different things. I'm sorry, her mom made it." And but they got donuts and stuff. And like she was so excited about this pie, but she didn't get any. So as they were walking out, they were having lunch sitting out in the little um yard out front. And one of them came back in to get a fork. I'm like, "Good, I'm glad you came back in because I've got something for your friend." And I took her a piece of the coconut cream pie.
Oh.
And I go out, check on them, see how they're doing. And she is in tears
Mhm, mhm.
because she's like, "This is so good." And that's what I want people to have. I want it to be an experience. I want people to come in and be able to like hang out on the counter and chat. And, it's kind of been a therapy session for some people coming in. And, and that's what I want. I want people to anybody and everybody can come in, gluten free, not gluten free. Everybody's welcome. You're all going to enjoy it. But the other thing is that we lead like the service. It's
Mhm.
customer service, and that we provide a service, not just food, but all the way around. And
Yes.
that's how I look at this business. That's why I am so passionate about, making sure that we're, giving back to the community.
And that's why you stand out as one of the best businesswomen in Western North Carolina, and that I know. So, with that being said, as your accountant, of course, we have to talk about some of these deals and steals for the fall. So, we are coming into holiday season, fall. I know you mentioned Mother's Day, but I feel like this is like your Super
No,
Bowl time. Like, this is the playoffs, baby.
yeah, so yeah, this is definitely our peak season. We've already got people putting in orders for holiday. We're going to officially open up our holiday orders October 1st, and I need everybody to hear me clearly. There's going to be a countdown on the website. So if you miss your order window,
That's
I don't
on
know what
you.
to tell you
Right.
because I did not do it this way last year and I ended up with 237 pies. And like,
We don't got time for that waste.
no. And so, no, I had 237 orders. Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, I've had to figure out a better way and a more efficient way to do it as well. Because the other thing is, I had like so many people literally the week of Thanksgiving. It's like, "I need to buy, I need to buy." I'm like, "Well, you know what? I need to be, 6 foot tall and a supermodel, but we ain't even gonna get that."
Period.
So, yeah. So, but that's what we're doing is we're going to open it up and we've got all the traditional. We do apple pie and we do pumpkin pie and we do all of the,
So you do pumpkin and sweet potato pie. You know
yes,
that's a
yes.
debate, which is better.
And
So,
if you come at me,
not the glasses off. Okay.
and say, there's really not a difference between pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie, you going to need Jesus
Okay. Okay.
because
I think we
not
need
on
a
my watch.
challenge. I think that could be a TikTok viral thing that you do is that sweet potato versus pumpkin. I did a blind test. I'm one of those people. Oh, I grew up on sweet potato pie, and that's all that I did a blind test, and I like the pumpkin more. They might have to take my card away. I know. I know. I ain't saying nothing.
That's because you did not have my sweet potato. I promise you.
There we
That's because
go.
you didn't have my sweet potato.
Add me
Because
to it. Add me to it.
listen, we got our traditional sweet potato, and then we do our sweet potato with a brown sugar pecan crumble on top that'll make your tongue slap your brains out.
Come on now. That's what I want. So how do we order this? How do we find you? And how far in advance do we order? Because Diana gets on me when I'm even 2 weeks out. She like, why are you coming to me this soon? I'm like, girl. It's not even
Right.
November.
So, well, it depends. So if it's like a custom order, yeah, you better give me 2 weeks, like give me 2 weeks notice. If it is something, that we will have in the bakery, I've had people that'll be like, oh, I forgot about my wife's birthday. That's a whole nother topic. Can you make me XYZ? And that's going to limit your window. That's the only reason I tell people I need the longer lead time you give me, the more options you have. You give me
Sure.
2 days, you going to get what I can get made in 2 days. Because what I'm not sent to do is put out something that looks rushed.
Yes.
The taste is
Yes.
always going to be there, but the presentation is a huge thing. So we're not going to put out something that looks like, oh, it's going to taste good, but it looks like we just threw it together
Yes. This
yesterday.
is still
We're,
business.
right, exactly.
It's not
So
just the taste. So this is gonna air October the 16th, which is about 2
then
weeks
we'll have
after October 1.
our orders will be open at that time. So they'll be able to go to the website www.piesbydie.com. So we make it easy. Also, make sure you're following all of our socials, Facebook, Instagram. If you got the clock talk, then check on that too, because we will be doing some special promotions just for our followers and our customers. Like if somebody comes into the shop, then we'll be doing special discounts and stuff for people like that. Because again, it's a give and take. If you're supporting me, then you go
Yes.
get a little extra. So
Oh, I love that. Well, you hit up all the things. We're gonna have all the information below on YouTube. Is there anything else, Diana, that you wanna leave us with before we go? We just appreciate you taking time out of your busy day.
I always like to tell people, yes, we are a dedicated gluten-free bakery, but we are gluten-free, not taste-free. I promise you that we are not the grainy, weird tasting gluten-free.
Bleh.
Listen, you might as well eat the package instead of eating the food. That's not us. I'm not them. Like I'm
Right.
feeding this back. Yeah, the leader of the Big Back Brigade. So
Yes.
we're gonna make sure that whatever we're putting out is gonna be amazing. So
Yes. And I can attest, I've had multiple desserts, I've had food. There's never been anything that hasn't been good. The presentation's always been great. Everybody loves it. I've taken things down to South Carolina, 3, 4 hours down the road. You always package everything for travel. There's people that come from all over to come to small little Western North Carolina to get your baked goods. So Diana, thank you so much and congratulations. You deserve all of the good things that are
thank you,
coming to
friend.
you, which you know is a sign that you're living in your purpose and your passion. And I am so proud to be your accountant, even though she ain't paying me yet, but she is paying me in baked goods and love.
Yeah. Yeah, we got
Yes.
that barter going. We got that barter going. That's why I
That's a
said make friends
yes.
before you need them.
Yes, and she helps me, she keeps me very happy always. So I just want to thank Diana for coming on, sharing your journey with us. Post Hurricane Helene, thank you for everything that you did for the community during that time that you still continue to do. And I want to thank the V team for always listening on Buzzsprout, but also now watching us on YouTube. So please subscribe. Until next time, stay balanced and financially savvy.